I'm back again. Hope that you guys can hear me again. I'm sorry, it's kind of a problem. Everybody's calling me on Facebook, so that's why the phone is not connected anymore, and I try to avoid all the phone calls that I'm receiving from you guys. But it's okay. I'm trying to do it again. Okay, so hope everybody online and they can hear me. Perfect. Thank you, Amanda. I can see that you're online again. Yes, we were talking about the Pinot Noir here. Okay? And so what we're doing with this wine, we're just crushing the grape, squeezing the grape in a big press, and we put inside the juice and the skin. And we just leave it there and press it for like an hour, 2 hours, depends of the season, depends of the ripeness of the grape. And after that, we put the juice in a tank, in a pressure tank. And in this way, we're gonna do the fermentation. The fermentation is the process to change the sugar of the grape in alcohol. So it's gonna take a little bit longer, it's gonna take a few days, until all the sugar inside of the grape is done, and this way we got a lot of alcohol inside of the wine. So that's why this wine is 12% of alcohol. We are drinking right now 2019 vintage, the grape that we harvest in September, and it's ready to drink. I already sent it in the United States, like a couple of containers of wine in February and in March, and I hope you can try the Pinot Nero in white, okay? Because it's a really good wine, especially for people like Pinot Grigio, that a specific wine for those kind of drinker, okay? Because in this kind of wine, you can feel that you are drinking a white wine, but it's made with a red grape, because Pinot Noir is made with a red, Pinot Nero is a red grape, okay? So that's why when you put on your nose, you can feel a little bit of the acidity, of the tannin of the red grapes. But when you put on your mouth, you can feel an explosion of fruity and flowers. And this wine, you feel like you are tasting a champagne without bubble, because you're gonna have the same experience, because the Pinot Noir is the same grape to make a champagne. So that's why when you try this wine for the first time, you feel that you drink a champagne without bubbles, okay? Yeah, let me try it for you guys, because I'm sure that you don't have the wine with you, but I hope you can meet Anna at the store, at the shop, and you can buy this wine to try and to taste with Anna, with their food, or you can bring it home. The first taste when you drink this wine, you can feel obviously the flowers, the white flowers from the tree that are making fruits, and then you can see the apricot that are now a little bit ripe, so you can feel a little bit of the apple, the golden apple, and then you can feel the tannin, a little bit the feeling when you're drinking a red wine, when you feel it down here, the feeling when you're drinking Cabernet or Merlot from California, when you feel that so dry that they're closing your mouth. So that's the kind of feeling that we have sometimes in the Pinot Noir, okay? And it's a perfect wine for if you have any soup with seafood. Fried calamari is the perfect with a salad or with pasta, and a good pasta with a white sauce with all the seafood on top. That's gonna be the perfect to pairing with the Pinot Noir, okay? Okay, so the second one that we're gonna try today is gonna be the Pinot Noir Red, and it's gonna be this one here, okay? I hope that you can see. I know it's a silver label, and sometimes when I open the window, so that's why you don't even see very well. So you can see here, that is a Pinot Noir. So I'm going to open the bottle in front of you. And Pinot Noir, the Pinot Noir, okay, my area is the Oltre Popavese area. Oltre Popavese area means the land behind the Po River. The Po River is the longest river that we have in Italy. It's in the north of Italy. I'm located in pretty close to Milano, just a few miles south of Milano, no more than 45 minutes drive or no more than 35 miles south of Milan. And my area is one of the famous area where everybody making Pinot Noir, okay? Our Pinot Noir is really famous all over Italy, and you can find all over the cities here in Italy, and it's all over the world because we are pretty famous for the Pinot Noir. So we harvest the Pinot Noir in the middle of the end of August, depends of the season, if we have a lot of rain or not. And as soon as it's ready, you can feel it that it's ready to harvest, because as soon as you touch the grape, you can feel it that all the rains that are falling down, because they have to be really ripe, okay? So what we do with this wine, so as soon as the grape are ripe, we just crush in the grape, and then we put in a tank the skin, the seeds, and the juice that we are making from the grape, okay? We just put it inside of a tank, and we just leave it there for 9-12 days, depends of the season. And we do a lot of pump over. It means that we're taking the juice from the bottom of the tank, and then we pump it on the top of the tank. Because usually when you put the juice, the skin, and the seed inside of the tank, they're gonna divide. So it means that the seeds, they're going down to the bottom of the tank, the juice is gonna be in the middle, and all the skin, because they're not heavier, they're gonna be on top of the tank. And when you do the pump over, you take the juice from the bottom, pump it on top. In this way, you keep the skin wet. In this way, all the skin release all the color and the flavor to the wine. So that's why we have a red wine. It's a natural process to color the wine, okay? And everybody all over the world are doing this process. And after a few days of fermentation, let's say 5 or 6 days of fermentation, when all the seeds that are falling down at the bottom of the tank, we just flushing out all the seeds from the tank. Because you know what? When you try the grape from the supermarket and you buy the seeds, you're gonna feel the flavor of the dryness, okay? So all of this flavor is gonna release inside of the tank and on the wine. So that's why sometimes the Cabernet or Merlot or many other wine, they are so dry just because the seeds release all the flavor to the wine. So the skin, they're not release the dryness to the wine. It's the seeds that release all the dryness to the wine. So, and after a few days of fermentation, we take it out the seed, just flushing out from the tank. We just leave it there for another few days. And then we just take it out because all the fermentation is over. It means that the sugar from the grape are changing alcohol, and we got the Pinot Noir. Usually the Pinot Noir is between 12.5 and 13.5% of alcohol. That's the maximum of the Pinot Noir. If you're going over, it's too much for the Pinot Noir, because you're gonna lose all the flavor and all the smell inside of the Pinot Noir. Because usually, I don't know if you can see it, Pinot Noir have a really light color, okay? Because you can see through the glass sometimes of the Pinot Noir, okay? Because they are not really so much color to the wine. And when you try this wine, or you smell it, you can feel a lot of flavor. You can feel the grass, the wet grass. You can feel the licorice. You can feel the leather. You can feel the peppers. You can feel the licorice. You can feel the prunes. You can feel the cherries. You can feel the blackberries. So there is a lot of flavor inside of this wine when you put on your nose. And then when you put it on your mouth, you're feeling that there's something missing inside of this wine. It's just because we don't use the seeds. So that's why this wine is less tannic than the other wine, okay? And when you put on your mouth, yeah, it's all, I will not say it's sweet, okay? But it's not sweet. But you can feel it, that you can feel the alcohol, you can feel the fruity, you can feel all the other flavor that I already mentioned it. But there's not the bite. You cannot feel the bite that is here on the side of your mouth, okay? And that's why we are selling a lot of this Pinot Noir all over the US. Because sometimes people live in the US, they are comparing my Pinot Noir with the Pinot Noir that you guys make in the US, in the Russian River Valley and in California. Because they are thinking that is the same quality, the same kind of flavor that the people making over there. Okay? Thank you, Bob. I'm back. I know I'm kind of... I'm not a technology, I'm not in the technology. That's why I'm doing a tasting all the time in the US, and because for the coronavirus, I'm stuck here in Italy. I cannot travel all over the places. So, and that's the Pinot Noir, okay? And it's a really good Pinot Noir, obviously. And I don't remember, Anna, if we had the Pinot Noir the last time that we did the tasting in your store. I know we have a Pinot Nero, yeah, maybe you have a Pinot Nero white, rosé, and Botafuoco, Moscato, Sangue. I don't remember. I do many tasting every day of the week and every month, but it's okay. Yeah, it's lovely. Like British people used to say, lovely. Okay. So that's the second Pinot Noir that we are making, but we have a surprise for you guys, okay? So today we're gonna try the rosé. Okay, let me show you all of them, okay? So we have the white, the rosé, and the red. Same kind of grape, 3 different vinifications. So it means for the white wine, no skin contact. For the rosé wine, it's no more than 24 hours of skin contact. For the red wine, it's between 8 and 12 days of fermentation, okay? So, yeah, thank you, Anna. Now I remember. You are my memory. Okay, so with this one, we do a special process. So it means that we are crushing the grape, and then we put the skin and the juice and the seeds together for no more than 24 hours or less. Depends on the season. As you can see the results that we have in less than 24 hours. Usually you can see the rosé, they're coming from France, they have a really light color, like almost orange. This one is straw, it's like a really dark pink, okay? Really, really strong pink. And after a few days of skin contact, we just take it out, the juice and the seeds and the skin from the tank. We press it and we put it in another tank and we do the fermentation. Okay? It's a slow fermentation. Okay? And as long as the wine is reaching 11.5 of alcohol okay. I'm sorry, I got lost. Let's do it again. So after the skin contact for no more than 24 hours, we take the juice and we put in another tank and we do a slow fermentation for a month. When the wine is reaching 11% of alcohol and almost 6 liter of sugar, the remaining sugar from the fermentation, we just stop the fermentation, just put in a cold tank. In this way, we have 11% of alcohol, but still some sugar inside from the first fermentation. When the wine is ready to put in the bottle, we just warm up the tank, okay? In this way, we start the second fermentation of the wine. So what do you mean? The remaining sugar from the first fermentation changing alcohol, and the chemical process makes CO2, make alcohol. So in this way, less sugar, more alcohol. But the chemical process makes CO2, make the bubbles, okay? Usually you can find all over the places still rosé, okay? But this is a frizzante as an Italian word to mean that it means lively, a little bit sparkling. You know when you open a San Pellegrino water, something like San Pellegrino water? Yeah, that's the kind of flavor that you can have in this wine, okay? It's not aggressive because all the bubbles are natural, okay? Because in Italy we are not allowed to put the CO2 inside of the wine, okay? And when you drink the sparkling water, you can feel the bubble down here on your throat because they are chemical. They are made by the CO2, just pumping inside the CO2, okay? When you try the soda water that you buy all the time, you can feel the bubble of the Coke, or any other sodas, you can feel it down on your throat because they are chemical. They're using CO2 to make it the bubble. But just because it's natural, this wine, let me rinse my glass. Because it's natural, this one, you can see just only a little bit foamy on top of the wine. But as you can see, in less than 2 seconds, all the bubbles are gone. But what's happened? When you try this wine in your mouth, you just put it inside of your mouth, you feel it, the bubble. But you feel it just only on this side of your palate, here, on your lips, on your tongue, and a little bit on the back of your tongue, okay? And you don't feel the bubble down on your throat because they're little tiny bubble. Usually the sparkling water or soda is a big bubble, giant bubble that you can feel it here down on your throat. That's why it's the perfect wine for Florida, especially for people like to drinking bubbly wine, but I don't want to spend money for the bubbly wine. That's the perfect wine. And you're drinking wine. You're not drinking a champagne. So it's a different kind of process to make it. So that's why it's a pretty good wine. So when you see the color, I already have in my mind the roses and the strawberries, okay? When you put on your nose, and you put it on your mouth, you can feel it. There is an explosion of roses and you get an explosion of strawberries. And the bubble, they can help you because they're gonna affect the flavor inside of your mouth. So it's gonna grow the flavor inside of your mouth. And then it's a little bit tannin, just because the Pinot Noir, like I told you before, it's a little bit more. It's a tannin wine, so that's why we need to take it out the seeds from the tank during the fermentation. If not, they're gonna keep all the tannin inside of the wine. And it's the kind of a wine that here we drink it like crazy. If you open a bottle and put it on the table, everybody's drinking. Especially when you're eating, when you have a snack or salami, prosciutto, or cheese or something, that's the perfect wine, okay? Because the bubble, they can help you digest or to clean your mouth all the time. We are drinking with pizza, we are drinking with French fries, we are drinking with just an appetizer, with coppa, pancetta, salumi. Oh my God, I forgot to show you. I want to show you the cave of my father here. So as you can see here, that's my cave of my father. So we got the pancetta here, we got the capocollo here, we got the salami here, we got a special prosciutto over there, and this is something that my daddy used to make in here with all our veggies that we are making. Okay, so let's go back here. I'm sorry. So, usually people that are afraid to drink this rosé because it's bubbly, but as soon as they try, they like it, they love it, they want it, okay? And that's the perfect wine to drink on the pool. You know, guys, what's happened here in Milano? We have a few restaurants. They're using my rosé and they're putting the carafa and they just put it on the table and they pretend to be their house wine, okay? Everybody love it. Everybody thinking that is the best rosé that they can have it. And that's the best way to drink. Just imagine to be at the pool with a really cold bottle of Pinot Noir rosé in the carafa at the pool with the cups. So that's the perfect wine. That's the perfect way to drink in this wine. I love glasses. I don't love cup, but you know, that's the rules. And let me drink it so I can tell you what kind of flavor that you can find inside. Yeah, you can feel the roses, you can feel the berries, you can feel the strawberries, you can feel a hint of apple, you can feel the how do you know in English? Oh my God. Oh, the blueberry. Yeah, the blueberry. I was thinking Italian. That is a. Now I forgot the blueberry. It's the lamponi. No, lamponi. Mirtillo. Yeah, mirtillo. I'm sorry. That mirtillo. You know when you eating the blueberry, sometimes a little bit bitter. So that's why. That's the kind of flavor that you can find inside of this wine. all this flavor, they're natural. We don't add in drops inside of the wine. Okay, it's just the natural flavor that are coming from the grape, from the soil. Here we have a really rich soil that release all the flavor and the color to the skin of the grape. So that's why we have this amazing color of the Pinot Noir white, the red, and the rosé. So everything is coming from the skin, just because the skin there contain a lot of color that gonna release to the grape. After that, I'm thinking that have you guys any questions regarding the Pinot Noir? James, I so want a glass of wine right now, but I'm actually at work. Yeah, me too. I'm working too, but I'm working with the wine, you know? What a fun love. Let's go with the next one, okay? But before that, I want to ask you something. I want to tell you something, I'm sorry. First of all, my winery, so I'm traveling all over the world and I can see a lot of pollution all over the places, okay? I remember from one trip that I did in China and in Asia, I came back here and I was talking to my parents that I was afraid to using chemicals to put on top of the grape. So from that moment, I explained to my dad, we don't want to use pesticide anymore. We don't want to use herbicide. We don't want to use any chemical on top of the grape or in the wine. So that's why we can call us organic wine because we know what we are making. And you guys are more than welcome to come in here and check what we're doing every day. And you can work with us all the time. And you can see that it's a natural wine. But in Italy, it's easy to get the stamp for the organic wine. So you can go to any post office. You can put your documents on top. You can put the money on the bottom, and you can have the stamp on top. But we don't want it. We know what we're doing here because right now we do recycle. We recycle paper, glass, plastic, and many other materials. So we have a windmill, so we are making we are making power. We have a solar panel, and we are making power from the solar panel. And we are not using a lot of sulfites inside of our wine. So it's the main things, okay? Just because I need to explain you something. Usually, that's the regular amount of sulfites that you need to put inside of a tank of a wine before you put it on the bottle. Usually, California wines, they're here. More than an average level of the sulfites, okay? So Montebello wines, we are here. We are under the law, okay? So what it means? It means that you're going to be healthy, okay? Because you don't drink a lot of chemicals. And it's going to be like 40% less than a regular wine. There is just only one problem, okay? That the shelf life of my wine is no more than 4 or 5 years. It's not going bad like milk the next day. But after 4 or 5 years, it's going to start to change color. It's going to start to change flavor. So that's why we are shipping a fresh container, a fresh wine, every 45 days to US. And you guys don't have to put all of my wine in the cellar, but just drink it right away as soon as you get the bottle. Okay? More younger vintage, like 2019, 2018, 2017, is going to be a really good vintage. If you go more than that, 2016, 15 or something like that, it's going to start to change color and it's going to start to change the flavor. It's not the same, okay? So that's why me here at the winery, we don't like aged wine. So we made just only one wine here that we're going to taste at the end. It's the Burafuoco, okay? But we are not making no more than 700 bottle. Sorry. I didn't burp. It's the wine, okay? And yes, it's just only 700 bottle a year about this wine. So we in the market, you can see 2014 and 15. We already sold out. I don't know if you, Anna, still have some bottle in your store, but we're gonna run out soon of this wine. So again, we are not using a lot of sulfites to make our wine. So that's why all of my wine there, everybody can enjoy. You can feel the flavor, you can feel the fruity, you can feel the the flowers. You can feel many things inside of my wine, and no one is complaining, okay, about the wine, because it's easy drinking and food friendly. That's the main things. Because Italian wine, they are made to pair with the food. All the other wines from all over the world, they are made just like to drink by themselves. Okay? But because we're Italian, we are fat and we like drama. So that's why we are drinking wine to screaming and yelling to each other during every single meal. I'm sorry. So now I'm going to show you something that is going to be I'm proud about this wine because it's one that we are drinking here locally. And the name is the Bonarda. It's not the same the Bonarda from Argentina. You know, Argentina is full of Italian, you know? And they're lying to you guys that here we invented that Bonarda, and then bring it over there and they call it Bonarda too. But it's not made by the same grape. So the Bonarda that we're trying here is made by Croatina grape, okay? And the Bonarda they're making down there, it's made just only with Bonarda grape, but I don't know what you mean Bonarda for them. So Bonarda, it's a local wine that we are selling very well here. And I tried to promote this one a few years ago in the US, and I found few people, a few cities that I like this one because it's not a sweet wine, it's not a dried wine, it's something in the middle, something like a medium body, okay? And it's sparkling or frizzante. So what does it mean? So we are harvesting the Croatina grape, we crushing the grape, and then we put on the tank the skin, the juice, and the seeds for 12-14 days, okay? As soon as the wine is reaching 12% of alcohol and 6.0 gram liter of sugar from the grape, because we are not allowed to using sugar here in Italy, okay? All over the world, everybody can buy the sugar and put inside the grape to ferment the grape, but not in Italy. You need to harvest the grape at the right time when the grape is ripe enough, okay? So, and then we just put in a tank, we do the fermentation, and then as soon as the level of the sugar is going down, the level of the alcohol is going up. By a certain time, we stop the fermentation, just take it out the juice from the tank, and put it in a cold tank. In this way, we stop the fermentation, okay? After a few months, when we are ready to put in the bottle, we filterize the wine first, and then we put it again in a tank, and then we warm up the tank. In this way, we start the second fermentation. The second fermentation, it's a natural process. So if you got some sugar inside of the wine, okay, you just warm up the tank, and the sugar is changing alcohol, and the chemical process make the CO2, make the bubble, okay? As you can see here, there is a lot of foam inside of this wine here, okay? I hope that you can see it. Okay, and that specific wine is created to drink with all the food that we are making here. Here, Oltre Pavese, it's famous for the ravioli, for the salumi, for the capocollo, for the pancetta, for the bacon, and many other things that we are making around here. And I think this is the perfect wine for the barbecue. So I found the right words for this wine. It's BBQ. It's Bonarda, barbecue and Bonarda, okay? So just because it's a red wine, it's not that dry, it's not sweet, and you got the bubble. So what do you mean? When you eat in a barbecue, you know that you're eating fatty, greasy, something with oil, okay? So when you drink in this wine, when you swallow, when you put it down, all the bubble, they help you to clean all your mouth with all the greasy food, with the greasy meat, okay? So that's why it's the perfect wine for the barbecue. Yeah, you can feel the little tiny bubble on your lips. I mean, and you can feel the dryness because here there is the seeds release all the dryness to the wine. So that's why you got the bite here on the side of your mouth, okay? But first of all, when you smell it, you can feel the violet. You know the flowers, the violet? Yeah, you can feel that smell. And then you can feel the cherries, the dark cherries, and then you can feel the plum. You can feel the peaches. You can feel so many other fruits that you can see around here, okay? when you put on your swallow, you can feel the dryness and a little bit of the sweetness of this wine. But then the bubble, they can help you. You can feel that it's something good. I don't know if you guys never tried the Lambrusco. It's something related with Lambrusco, but it's made by a different grape. If the Lambrusco is the cheapest way, is the cheapest frizzante wine, that's something classy, something on top, something different. So, and it's not really common to find the Bonarda from Alto Propavese in the US. So if you find a bottle, I recommend you to chill the bottle in the fridge, open up, and serve it when it's chilled. That's the best way to drink in this kind of wine, especially when you're on a barbecue, okay? Cheers. Okay. I hope you guys, you can hear me. I hope that you have any question to give it to me. You can type here or just let me know at the end, okay? So right now we taste the, let me take the phone down so you can see the Pinot Noir white. You can see the rosé. You can see, oh my gosh, the red here. And you can see the Bonarda. So these are the one that, this is my baby. Yeah, I'm not drunk. I try, but it's, oh, today it's Friday? Wednesday? Wednesday, yeah, Wednesday. So, Pinot Nero White, Pinot Noir Rosé, Pinot Nero, and Bonarda. So that's the 4 wine that we are tasting today. But today, I was talking to Anna before, and we decided to do with another wine that I want to introduce it to you. Okay? And it's gonna be our Reserva, our special wine that we are not making that much. And it's the Buddha Fuoco, okay? As you can see here, Buddha Fuoco. Or Buddha Fuoco here. So why we put the vintage here? So we got 2014, 15, 16, okay? Because it's a try, okay? We try to find the right recipe, to find the right way to make... Anna, believe me, if there is any open airport around here, I would love to fly to US again because that's my job. Promoting the wine, talking to people, and have fun with all of you guys. But I'm not feeling comfortable right now to travel right now with different city. And I just heard that if I'm traveling to US, I have to do a quarantine. So it means that I have to stay somewhere for 15 days before I can go out because I need to get tested. So that's why I would love to travel again, but right now, no. But I promise to you that in a few days, I'm gonna get tested again, me and all my family and everybody working here, because, you know, we need to start to work again. And we cannot stay in this way all the time. And I promised you that I'm coming maybe in October and November. I'm gonna spend 2 months in US. And I promised to come in again to Jacksonville and to your store and to do another tasting dinner. Whatever you want to organize with me is going to be perfect. In this way I can talk in person to all of you guys. I'm sorry, I know that it's not nice, but I'm so thirsty. I need to take some water. Perfect. Let's roll again. Yeah. Yes. I would love to, guys, all of you guys come here today and have a tasting outside with me and smelling the fresh air, try the salami, try the capocollo, try everything, you know, but it's kind of impossible. I have a friend that was living in Miami and he just came back. He flew Saturday from Miami to New York. From New York, he flew to Frankfurt. From Frankfurt, he flew to Zurich. They don't let him get out to Switzerland, so I have to take another plane, go back to Munich. From Munich, he took another plane to Naples. From Naples, he took a train to Rome, and to Rome, he took another train to Milano. Like 2.5 days of traveling. So that's why I don't want to do it. It's a waste of time. I'm losing time in this way to travel between the city because sometimes there's no the plane, airport are closed, so that's why. Okay, let's go further with the last one that we have today. And we're gonna have the Buttafuoco. So, Joy Buttafuoco, he was living in New York and he got killed by the wife because he was cheating on her, okay? But this one, it was created before Joy Buttafuoco, okay? Buttafuoco, it's an area here, close to on that side of my hills, here. And all the producer that we can make no more than 50,000 bottles a year about this wine, okay? So we put the grape of Barbera, Croatina, and Uvarara grape together. We do the fermentation, the regular fermentation. As soon as the wine is ready, we put in a barrique, you know, the barrel, for more than 2 years. After that, we take it out. We need to try if we have a good wine, and then we can bottle in this specific bottle here with this logo, because we are a group of producers that we are making the same kind of wine with the same bottle, and then it's ready to put on the market. But because we don't have a lot of market for aged wine, for this kind of wine, we are making no more than between 500 and 700 bottles a year. Depends if we are really good to make this kind of wine. Okay? Let me tell you something. So, it's a secret. No. I can see from my screen on the phone that I have all of my friend producers that are watching me, that are jealous that I'm doing a tasting, and they find they can listen to me talk in English to all of you guys, because they are thinking that I'm not speaking English. Those people. So, and that's the Buttafuoco. Okay, so here. Let me see if I can. No. Let me put something here because I can see. And in this way, everybody can see me very well. Better. Okay. Okay, so Buttafuoco. Okay. So when you put on your nose, okay, first of all, you need to open an hour before, okay? I completely forgot because I was in another meeting before on the phone, so that's why. And that's a specific wine for the red drinker. So they love the tannin, they love the dryness, they love the feeling of the dryness inside of the palate, okay? And oh my God. Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel the oak. You can feel the pepper. You can feel the spice, the spicy too. You can feel the leather. You can feel a little bit of the licorice. You can feel all the flavor from the oak. But on the other side, you can feel the flavor of the prune, the cherries, of the strawberries. You know when you guys, I don't know if you ever eat the fruit that you're making under alcohol, okay? So that specific flavor, like an explosion of a good fruity inside of your mouth. Yes. Yeah. My sister, she did a good job. Thanks to my sister, you know? And, oh, thank you. You know what? I never studied English at school. And as soon as I start to travel like crazy, I start to learn by myself or just watching TV or movies in English with the capture in English. And if I don't know the words, I was Google it to find the right means of that word. And after a few months traveling all over the world, I start to speak English in this way. I know my English is not perfect, but I can have a conversation and I don't have any problem to talk to anybody all over the places. Okay? So guys, so that's the five babies that I'll show you today here. Okay? All of these, they're available with Anna. If you want all of this wine, you need to talk to Anna. So she can get the wine. She got deliveries every week from Orlando, where we have the warehouse, where we ship in all the wine from Italy all the time. Right now, we have one shipment that is coming, that will leave in Friday. Oh, I can show you. Come on, it's here. So as you can see this door here, right? So that's the cave, okay? So as soon as we open, we turn on the light, and as you can see here, all the wine that we are amazing. So all you can see, all of these boxes, they are ready to pick it up. We have a private customer that come in here every day to pick it up, all the wines. As you can see here, we can have some barrique that we put in the wine inside. This is the trolley to put outside all the wine. And on the other side, you can see on the back, you can see all the barrique that we have. It's just a small part of the barrique. It's just to display to the people. It's all of the other barrique is in the other cellar. I cannot go in there because I don't have the Wi-Fi. And you can see the roof. It sounds like a church. I'm sorry if you can see the echo. Okay? And as you can see here, we have a pallet of Moscato here. Moscato. We have a pallet of Pinot Grigio here. And all the other babies, pallets, they are ready to put in a container to ship to US. Right now it's empty because they are on the other cellar, on the other side of the winery. And we're going to take it down here tomorrow when the sun is not up in the sky because it's too hot outside right now. And then you can see all the bottle that we put it on top of the walls. All our contest prize that we receive in the few years. This here, it's kind of history of the wine. As you can see here, we have wine from 1987. We have, I'm sorry, let me go closer. Ouch. 1985, it's a sweet wine. Here we have all labeled from my from my grandfather. And if I'm reading okay, it's, let me see, it's here, right? No. Yeah, here. Where? 1978 or 73. 1976 from Rosso Montebello. And this is some of the wine that my parents made in the last 20 years, 30 years. As you can see, colors, different labels. And right now we have this label. So let me show you all the wine that we are making. Just a few words for this wine. This is the Barbera. It's a sparkling Barbera. It's really dry wine, one of my favorite wine. So this is the Pinot Noir white, okay? The one we already tasted. That's the Rosé that we already tasted. So that's the Pinot Grigio. As you can see, the color is different from the other Pinot Grigio because I have more flavor and more taste. If you compare with any other Pinot Grigio, usually the Pinot Grigio is just only alcohol and mineral. This is more flavorful. So here it is, the Chardonnay. It's different from the other Chardonnay just because it's a sparkling Chardonnay. It's frizzante. It's a little bit lively or fizzy, like one of my best friends used to say. That's the Bonarda, the one we already drink it. Like I told you, this is the little bit frizzante. It's not dry, it's not sweet. This is the other Pinot Noir in white, but we are making frizzante. So we have a still and frizzante, okay, for people like the bubble. It's not that famous in the US. We still have in the warehouse in Orlando if people want to taste it or buy it. But usually we are selling the other one. So we are selling. So I'll show you all the two bottles so it's much easier to understand. So as you can see, two bottles. One have a white glass and the other one is have a green glass. So this one here, it's still, and this one here, it's frizzante, a little bit sparkling. The second Pinot Noir is the red Pinot Noir, okay? And then we have the Sangue di Giuda. Gee. That is a sweet and red and sparkling. I'm going to show you the label after. So this is the Custio. It's one of the Reserva wine that we are making here. We are making no more than 3,000. 3,000 bottles here of this wine, okay? It's like one of the, we love this wine and that's why we are not making that much bottle. So that's the still Barbera. We age the wine in the barrique for no more than 12 months, and then we put in a bottle, and then we are ready to put it on the market. That's the Buttafuoco here. That's the same kind of wine that we tasted before, but without putting in the barrique. It's just the flavor of the grape, okay? And then we gotta have a dry Riesling. It's dry. People thinking that Riesling is sweet, it's not. The Riesling that's coming from Oltre Papavesi, it's dry and a little bit fizzy or frizzante. So that's why people like it like crazy. If you want it, we still have it in the warehouse in Orlando. So, and this is the Moscato, one of the famous ones that we are selling all over the US, okay? So, I'm gonna show you the bottle of the Sangue di Giuda. Maybe all of you knows the color. I'm gonna steal a bottle of wine from the importer, okay? So, and that's the Sangue di Giuda. It's a pink label, okay? It was a mistake. We ship it to you as the pink label, but usually the color was like gold or bronze, the color. But we cannot change it because that's one of the famous ones that we are selling all over the US like crazy. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pallets just to put in a container, okay? So, and these two babies are the champagne method or classic method that we are making here. They are made by Pinot Noir. This one is rosé and this one is white. It's better than champagne, let me tell you. I'm really proud about these two babies. And are available too in the US, but you need to talk to Aaron or to Anna to see if they can bring it to you in the store. They're really good. If you try this one, you're not going back to Prosecco and you're not going back to champagne. And if you want to compare the champagne, it's better and it's less expensive than champagne. Okay? So, and this is all the cellar here. So let's go back here. Back again. And here. Okay, so do you guys have any questions? Do you have any things that you want to ask me? Anything that I can do with you guys? Believe me, Anna, I would love to share in more with you. And I would love to open a door and let you all of you coming in and see what we have here. But right now it's not possible at the moment. But I hope that you want. Well, you know what's happened when you people come in here. Let me show you what's happened. So we need to make sure that everybody are okay with all of this problem that we're having right now in Italy. And look at this. Attention. So wearing a mask, wearing a glove. No, put some sanitizer on your hands and keep 1 meter between people. And we got sanitizer and glove for people that are coming here. We don't allow people to walk in around. They can just wait in us outside, and then we can provide it to them all the wine. Because my parents are 80 years old, and we don't want any problem. We try in the best way, and because we are isolated from any other community compound, so nobody can get in and nobody can get out. So my parents, they just come out last week and they went to grocery. If not, it will spend like 2 months here without moving from here. So, and that's it. I'm reading all of your message, guys. I don't know. I think we are okay right now, and I would love to share with you something else. But I think for today is okay, so we can schedule another tasting with other wines with you guys. And that's it. So I hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm drunk. Yeah. Well, okay. And that's it. Thank you guys for staying with me. I love you, all of you. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your dinner. Enjoy the weather. I know I'm crazy here, and I know. And I met Hannah in the wrong way, you know, because I was sending to her my best picture. So if you want to know about me, ask to Hannah about my picture. Okay, she know very well. Thank you to all of you guys. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. I'm on Facebook too. My profile is Alberto Scarini, or you can follow my page Camontebello. So it's up to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you. Bye, guys. Have a good day and have a good night. Ciao, ciao.